guys, what's going on here? The final revelation updating what used to be the Jesus and End Times 777 channel. And before I really talk about this whole San Andreas thing, I just really want to let you guys know that the reason why I had changed my name from Jesus and End Times 777, it wasn't because I didn't like the name or anything like that, but it was more of just I wanted a name that would really suit me, because at the time when I did make that name, it was just more of like a I don't know how to put it. It wasn't I didn't really want to use that name to display like my username or account name for YouTube, because I don't know, I just felt like I wanted something that was a bit more something that meant something to me. So, I started thinking, I was like, well, what really means a lot to me? And it occurred to me that, the final revelation that, since we are living in the end times, since we're living in the final hour, and now that we see all these signs and things that Jesus is showing us, it's his revelation to us. And because it is his revelation to us about the things that are happening in this day and age, it's the final revelation that he's giving us. With the whole mark of the beast system and these, false flags and all this stuff happening. And I just really wanted to emphasize what this channel is really all about, the final revelation. And I just don't want to limit my videos anymore. If there's one thing that I really want to do new, is that I just don't want to limit my videos just to end times stuff. And what I mean by that is that, yes, I'm going to also be talking about, like, doing words of, like, encouragement, that sort of thing. But yes, for the most part, it will be a lot of end times news. And yeah, now moving on. What I really wanted to talk about, guys, was this trailer that had come out about a couple months ago, or some months ago. Fairly new, but I guess I just never got around to seeing this trailer. And basically, you can see it. It's called San Andreas, and it's an official teaser trailer coming out by Warner Brothers Studios. And at first, I was just kind of like, oh, San Andreas. At first, I thought they were talking about, like, Grand Theft Auto or something, because I heard that there was a game, Grand Theft Auto, called San Andreas or something like that. So then I was like, don't tell me that this is a movie based off of Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas or something. But anyway, it wasn't. It turned out to be about the big earthquake that is going to hit California and the San Andreas Fault. And then I started watching this trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, I did start laughing a bit, because I was just like, this movie looks really, really awesome. This movie looks pretty cool, but they have been saying for a while that the big one is going to hit in San Jose. And the irony of it is that I happen to live right on the San Andreas fault line. So then I just really started cracking up. I was just like, this really looks cool, but when it happens, it's not going to be all that cool. God willing that he would, spare us from this stuff. And that's going to be happening during the big one. And I know in this movie, the earthquake isn't going to be as dramatic as the movie portrays it, but it just makes me wonder. I started thinking, because yeah, you can look at, a movie, or you can watch a movie, and at the surface level, you could say, oh, the movie's just for entertainment. But then, if you do your research, people, if you do your research and you start watching some of these movies, they do have meanings behind them. And what I took from this, as soon as I saw this, that was kind of like a just like an alarm, or like a ding, like the light bulb ding. It was more just like, it's funny that they would release this right at the end of 2014. I'm not saying this means that there's going to be an earthquake this year in California or anything like that, but what I am saying is that the people who are behind the production of these movies, and I'm not just talking about executive producer, directors, etc., but I'm talking about mainly the people who the people who put these ideas out there of making movies like this. It's like, it's propaganda in terms of what does 2015 really have in store for us? We could see movies like a while back, and this is a separate video I'm going to do. I'm not going to go too much detail into it today. But for example, I saw the movie called The Kingsman Society, and The Kingsman Society was basically about, the New World Order B system. And the Kingsman Society, the Secret Service, if you guys have ever heard of that movie, I'm not gonna lie, it was okay, and there was a scene at the end that was a bit controversial, with some nudity, and yeah, that was something else. But for the most part, for the plot and for what was really going on in the main story, it really resembled something of the New World Order B system. That's gonna be a totally different video, but I just really wanted to emphasize that movies aren't just for entertainment, and they're mainly for getting a message out, and usually it's in front of your face, like we could see that there's like I'm telling you guys, there's like tons of movies out there that it's not uh movies, it's not that reality resembles movies, it's more of movies mimic, or movies do mimic reality, because it's like the people, the elite, the people who are in charge of, all this stuff that's going on, the Luciferian elite are in charge of this stuff. So when they put messages out there like the San Andreas, it just makes me wonder, especially at the end of 2014. It just makes me wonder what 2015 really does have in store for us. I'm not saying, like I said before, that there's going to be an earthquake, but it just made me start wondering, like, they're starting to do a trailer now at the end of 2014, going into 2015. I know I'll probably sound nuts right now, but I'm just saying, you guys, trust me, I'm going to be making, like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of videos trying to prove my points and saying that these movies aren't just movies for your entertainment. These movies are made. For example, if any of you guys have ever seen The Matrix. The Matrix is exactly what's going on now. And the theme of The Matrix is not everything is what it seems. Neo, the main character, spoiler alert for any of those who haven't seen the movie, even though it's been out for quite a while, Neo, the main character in the first movie, is pulled out of the Matrix by Morpheus, and he realizes that the Matrix isn't just like there's something beyond the Matrix, and you have to realize that you're being controlled, and the real enemy is Mr. Smith. And it goes on and on about defeating Mr. Smith, and how Neo's the one, and it has like this whole biblical reference. But what I'm saying here, guys, is that movies aren't just made for entertainment. Movies are also made to put some type of subliminal messaging in there to tell people what's going to happen, and or if it's going to happen soon, or time-wise, that sort of thing. But I just really wanted to emphasize on that point. I'm sorry if it wasn't too informative, but I just really, after watching this trailer, I was just like, I gotta make a video on this. It seems pretty important, and I'm sorry if I haven't been on my channel lately. I've been really busy with schoolwork, such as, SAT testing, that sort of thing, being, finishing up high school, getting ready for college. But yeah, I thank you guys for all my new subscribers, that sort of thing. But I'm really more just into putting the word out for God. I'm just a sinner saved by grace, nothing more, nothing less. I'm just doing what God has called me to do. Not trying to get popular or anything. I'm just up here making videos, not for fun, but just to do what my Savior has told me to do, and spread the truth about the gospel, and send these types of messages warning us, warning the church, warning people that there is a Luciferian elite, and they are in control, waiting for this New World Order beast system and their Antichrist to arise. But we all know, reading the Bible, that it's not going to make it, and Jesus always and will overcome and defeat this New World Order beast system. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching, and I don't know, if you guys have anything to say, just, comment, whatever. But I just found this kind of interesting that they would do it at the end of 2014, and San Andreas, California, exactly where I live, on the fault line. But thanks for watching, and God bless.